I thought, you know what? I think I'm gonna make probably one of my top 3 favorite go-tos from Trader Joe's. And this is a pasta dish, pasta tapenade. And here's everything. Yeah, let me just double check. Yeah, no, everything's from Trader Joe's. We got some spaghetti, which I will talk to you about in a little bit. You can use another kind of pasta, but I kind of like the long pasta. I've got the tapenade, and I gotta tell you, of all the tapenades I've had, this one like rocks. So in this recipe, I know there's jarred ones and everything else, but this is the one, you gotta use it. I've got my go-to garlic, I've got Parmesan, I've got some parsley. Now, I don't think Trader Joe's carries flat leaf parsley. If they do in your area, do that. If not, you can use the curly. Panko. Yeah, we're gonna be putting panko in here, but I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do with it. Salt and pepper, of course, but I don't think they have Diamond Kosher, so almost everything's from Trader Joe's. White wine, a dry one. Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. Not a Pinot Grigio because it's kind of light, but anything that's dry and it's got some body. And of course, some extra virgin olive oil. And I'm not even gonna count water because that comes out of the tap, but that's over there boiling in the pot. So let's get this party started because I'm hungry. Let's eat. So I got a pot of water on the stove that is boiling. I'm gonna be doing these recipes for 2 people. Quickest way to open up a package of spaghetti. And here's another quick tip. That's 1 pound, correct? If I take half, that's about a ½ pound, right? 8 ounces. But before I put it in, remember, salty, not salted water. So we're gonna put the pasta in. What we're gonna be doing in this pan isn't gonna take very long. And by the time we're done, the pasta will be ready to go. Anyway, so that is going now. On this pan, it's a 2-pan meal, really high heat. We're gonna start by toasting panko. You can also do this on pasta. It's very traditional, actually. I'm gonna put maybe 3 tablespoons or so. And I'm gonna call it about a ½ cup of panko. You always use it for all kinds of things. This goes well over veggies. And see, it's starting to brown already, so you gotta toss it. You gotta do this in enough oil so that they really toast. If you don't put enough oil in there, they'll just like sort of dry out and burn. And then this goes on top of the pasta when you serve it. And it gives it a really, really nice textural dimension, a nice crunch. So you can get this about as brown as you like. I kind of like mine like that. Spread them out so they cool. Clean, or wipe, I should say, the pan. And now you use the same pan for the sauce. I got everything ready to go here. So I'm gonna start with some olive oil. Here's a key to this dish. You want to brown your garlic, but you don't want to burn your garlic. Basically do 2 tablespoons. So 1 tablespoon per person. I'm gonna throw in my pepper flakes. And notice I'm only frying it, or sort of deep frying it, on one side. The reason being, if I lay it flat right now, all that garlic is gonna hit that intense heat and it's gonna burn right away. But when you do this, it kind of slows it down. And when you see it starting to brown just like that, go ahead and put in the tapenade all at once and give it a toss. There's just so much flavor in the tapenade already that you don't really have to add a ton of stuff to it. It's a very simple sauce. Even with the oil, it's a very light sauce, believe it or not. I'm gonna add some white wine, 1/4 cup, somewhere in there. You're gonna wanna reduce it and then add some of the pasta water to it. It's the pasta water that's got some of that starch in there. Once you add it to here and then you start to cook it again with the pasta, is gonna help thicken it. To check the pasta, okay, it bounced off the wall, so it's not done yet. No, it is not a tail. It is true. If it's done, it'll stick to the wall. That's what you're looking for at this point, okay? See how it's all coming together? Now, you want to take a little bit of that water, put some of that water in there, I'm putting pasta water in there that has that starch. Now what we're gonna do is we're going to finish cooking the pasta in the sauce. And the pasta, instead of absorbing just more water, will absorb all the flavors in the sauce. As you cook this, that is gonna thicken. We're not adding cream, we're not adding butter, we're not adding a slurry of potato starch or anything else. We're not putting roux in here, nothing. See, I can already see it starting to get, I don't know if you can see that. It's starting to get thicker. I'm gonna lower the heat just a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna add a little bit more oil. That'll help emulsify what's in there. See that? See how it just kind of came together? It's almost like adding butter. I'm gonna add parsley, not just for color, but for flavor. For brightness, I'm gonna add just the juice of half a lemon. A little bit of pepper. I'm gonna hold off on the salt, only because I know perhaps the tapenade is on the saltier side, and then we're gonna add Parmesan. That's it, we're done. Let's plate this puppy. It looks really nice, doesn't it? So simple and phenomenal flavor. This might be enough just for one person, but it does technically serve two. If you're Italian, this is an appetizer. Anyway, we're gonna I'm not gonna do the whole fancy thing with this rolling up in the ladle. We're just eating during the week here. Just put that right there and grab some of that sauce. See, it's not sauce in the traditional sense. And here's the kicker, believe it or not, toasted Panko. And then you've got to have the Parmesan. That's the dish. Damn it, so good. There's so much flavor in here for so little ingredients. That's inexpensive. You see how fast it was. I guarantee if you make this, you are going to comment that it's now one of your new favorite dishes. I guarantee it. The only way you wouldn't like it is if you don't like olives. So download the recipe, please share, because I like you. And like I say, write in and let me know what you think. Damn, it's good.